Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Eric, the Bear Collector, and today I'm just making a quick video about an event that happened to me a long time ago when I was younger. I actually was talking about this particular, not really talking about the incident, but I was talking about what they call the Mandela effect. A few days ago, I was at the live stream of Alpha Nerd. By the way, a big shout out to the homie Alpha Nerd. What's up, homie? But anyways, we were joking around, having fun in his stream, and we were joking around, and then I made a comment about, it could be the Mandela effect, and then I forgot who asked me this, so. If you guys remember, if you're watching, because I think you guys are new subscribers to my channel, and I apologize for not knowing who you guys were. But one of you asked me what the Mandela effect was, and let me know in the comments below who you were, because I want to give you guys credit. I like giving credit where credit is due. So let me know. But anyways, they asked me what the Mandela effect was, and it was hard for me to explain it because, when you're in the chat rooms, look at me back in the days, because it seems like the AOL days from back in the days. But when we were in the live chat and the live video streaming, it's really hard to explain yourself when you're trying to type really fast and other people are jumping in, commenting on other things. But anyways, in layman's terms, the Mandela effect is basically, the scientific term is called false memory. Biggest example where they got the nickname the Mandela effect was where a mass majority of people remember Nelson Mandela pass away in jail back in the days. But as you guys know, Nelson Mandela got to live until the year 2013. But a lot of people remember the event where he apparently passed away in jail. That's a big example of the Mandela effect. Another example was where the homie Alpha, he mentioned about the Berenstain Bears. And I remember that one too. The spelling of the Berenstain Bears name is spelled Stein, which is what we call it, Berenstain. But it's spelled a different way. I don't know the spelling. Call me, you guys can research that. But anyways, that's a big example of the Mandela effect. And it has to do with time travel, like maybe a time traveler going back in time, changing events, affecting the future. And then you get that ripple effect, where it changes different things, parallel universes, and the whole thing. I'm not going to get deep because it's some deep stuff, interesting stuff that you guys should check out. But anyways, I feel like I may have gone through a Mandela effect, and the thing that I'm trying to explain is, way back in, I want to say in the late 80s, early 90s, I would have been like around in my early teens, like 10 to 12, 13 years old. I went to the Coliseum flea market, and as many of you guys may know who's familiar with the Coliseum flea market in Oakland, California, it has long changed, It used to be smaller and it grew bigger. For those of you that are locals that may know how the flea market looks like, just picture it. In the very back end of the flea market, there's like a stage where people perform or people do like wrestling matches, those little ghetto wrestling matches, and whatnot. Well, in those back aisles, back in the days, there were some back aisles. Well, anyways, I remember in one of those back aisles, there was there were these two white dudes and a white chick, young kids, young guys at the time, that were in their own stand. They had a small car. But in their stand, they had a ton of Sega Master System games, along with Atari games, and along with other old school, lesser known system games, right? And they had a bunch of them. I remember the spot was popping. There was a lot of people checking out their stand and everything. And I as well, because at the time I still had my Sega Master System. And there were some games that popped in mind that I remember. One for sure I got at the time, which was Lord of the Sword for the Sega Master System. I got that game. And on a side note, You guys in the comments below, let me know if that game came with a map, because to this day I repurchased the game, but it didn't come with a map, and they said it was complete, but I could have sworn that game, and no, well, I could have sworn, I remember it came with a map. I don't know if the people made the map of the region, because in the instruction booklet it has a mini map. I don't know if they just blew it up at the time and made a copy. And did that or whatnot, but let me know in the comments below if you guys remember if it did came with a map, because if it did, it's probably going to be the only Sega Master System game that I know of, because I had a lot of games for that system that came with a map, kind of like the Zelda games. But anyways, back to my story. So they had a lot of games. Lord of the Sword, which is the one that I purchased. I remember Time Soldiers for the Sega Master System, Rescue Mission, which is a shooter. And this game, I kid you not, you guys, is Robin Hood for the Sega Master System. Now, I did some research a couple of years back, because this always bugged me to this day, that game, I was looking for it because I like Robin Hood, you know. And, you know, I tried to do some research to see if that game did exist or if it came out. It's like one of those games that it was bugging the hell out of me. Like, I know it was there. I know I touched the box. I held it. It was a Sega Master System game. But stupid me went with Lord of the Sword when I should have just bought that one. And then I come to find out very recently that the Sega Master System, Sega, planned to release the Robin Hood Prince of Thieves version that's on the Nintendo Entertainment System. You guys are familiar with that game? By the way, it's a good game. A lot of people don't really like it, but I think it's a fun game. They were going to release it for the Sega Master System, but it became unreleased. Not only that, but it was mentioned in a lot of magazines at the time. GamePro, a lot of different magazines. But anyways, I remember holding the box, and you know, to this day, I swear I could have sworn that game was released physically, like it was released, but I could not find like a ROM. I could not find any information other than the fact that it was an unreleased game. Now, the cover of the game looked a lot like maybe I'm compared. This is where maybe I am a victim of false memory or a victim of the Mandela effect. I don't know, but I remember the cover being similar to the game Rampart for the Sega Master System. It also came out for Nintendo, where it has like a knight, like in a kind of like the tower of the castle and everything. Like, you know, I remember that, but you know, it looked like that. But then the other day, after I was done with the live stream, I researched it again because it bugged the hell out of me again, and it looked very familiar to the cover of the Robin Hood game that came out for the ZX Spectrum, aka the ZX Spectrum. I saw the cover. You guys want to go ahead, research it, Google it. It's a Robin Hood game for that system, for the ZX Spectrum, and it looked very similar, where you have Robin Hood in the top area of a tower of a castle, with his bow and arrow, and you know, a lot of other characters and stuff. So it looked very similar. Maybe I'm confusing it. Maybe it did exist for the Sega, but I remember very well that the box had, you know, the typical Sega Master System box with the grids, and then on the top left corner it said Adventure, you know, with the little it has like a little like a bow graphic, and it says that it's typical on the Sega Master System games, and it had that. But to this day, you know, I feel like that game did exist. So I don't know if I'm a victim of the Mandela effect. I should have bought the game at the time. I regretted it. You know, I could have sworn that game came out. And I even put a comment. I remember someone made a video about probably earlier in the year. I saw a video of them talking about the unreleased Sega Master System game, but they were using a lot of video from the Nintendo version of Robin Hood Prince of Thieves, but that supposedly, apparently, it was supposed to be released, but Virgin Games didn't release it, which would have been it's a shame, because that game is pretty fun, and it would have been a really cool RPG adventure game for that system, because that system doesn't have a lot of RPGs, but I love the Sega Master System. So I could have been a victim of the Mandela effect. I could have had false memory and just confused the covers. I don't know. But anyways, you guys, if you like, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys seen that, if I'm in the right, let me know. If I'm in the wrong, well, state your opinions. I don't care, just let me know. And also share your stories. Do you guys have a similar story where it's like the Mandela effect? Where you could swear that it does exist, but then in this day and age, it doesn't. It could have been maybe some type of a time traveling incident happened, and it created ripples, through time and changed history. I mean, I don't know, but I could have sworn that game existed. Now, I could have held an unreleased, a prototype. That could have been it, but I don't know. I could have sworn that game came out on the Sega Master System. Anyways, leave your comments below. I will be releasing sometime later today or in the next couple of days. I made 3 more levels for the Super Mario Maker 2 for the Switch. I call them the Haunting. It's like a trilogy. But I'll explain more in that video. And also, I'll be releasing my typical game video. It's gonna be an interesting game that I have in mind, and you guys are gonna be like, whoa, check it out, because it's worth, it's a game that's worth checking out. And then one more thing, I'm still waiting on that damn game that was supposed to come, that I ordered a special release game back in March. It's already been almost half a year. Supposedly it says that it's in transit. I don't know, but as soon as I get that game, I'm gonna do an unboxing. I'm not going to tell you what game it is, and I'm going to do an unboxing of that. And then finally, I'm almost close to my goal of 100 subscribers. Please help me reach 100 subscribers by October. That's my anniversary. I would truly appreciate it. It's just a goal that I want to meet that goal, And anyways, put a like, comment, subscribe, and check out the other people. Check out Alpha Nerd. Big shout out to the homie Alpha Nerd. If I find the names of the people, I want to say, God, I forgot, you guys. I'm so sorry. But I will put their names, and I'll put a link to their channels too, because it's worth checking out. Especially, help them get their subscribers and everything. Let's help each other out. This is what it's all about: having fun, talking video games, and talking about these weird experiences that we've had in our lives. But it makes for great storytelling. So, anyways, you guys, this is Eric the Bear Collector. I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.